We're there.
We're here.
Someone somewhere.
Yep.
Fuck you, Joe Boo. I do it myself. We have some guests today. It looks like you're invisible because this is a recording I did earlier.
I was going to say, where am I at?
I did some filmmaking.
Wow. I knew that shit would make me invisible. I told her that.
This is a film magic trick. Oh, all three sides of the two-sided coin represented there on your screen. Doesn't make sense. That's my favorite part about it.
Holy fucking cows, smoking townland is all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.
Yes, that's Joe Boo. I found him. I told you I was going to find him.
He did.
Pretty happy on it.
I'm honored.
It's pretty solid quality. I think it's like a resin cast.
I'm honored to sit in the presence of Joe Boo.
And Jesus and Siddhartha.
Buddha.
And the Canadian deity.
Jesus.
Siddhartha Gautama.
Buddha.
Canada's in shambles.
He's going to have a different smoke next week.
Yeah, we get him a different brand
I might.
Every single time. I bet he likes menthols.
Joe Boo is a man of nature, so I know what he means.
He's a backwoods?
He's backwoods.
Backwoods,
He's
wood,
backwoods.
Or a wood-tipped swisher.
Oh, I have some of them in the boat. I keep them in the boat. Let's not talk about the boat now. I had a great day.
We should hear the boat, so you might as well tell the boat story.
Boat story. All went well on the way to until the fucking wheel bearing gave out.
Until the wheel bearing went.
Almost lost the wheel. Managed to get that get the boat in the water and get that out and fixed later on the day. My Coleman stove wouldn't work, so I didn't have breakfast at the lake. And then to put the boat on the trailer, we damn near lost the truck, the trailer, and everything into the lake. It was not a...
Oh, I turned the chat
The full
up.
moon, and Carol attributes it all to the full moon, and so do I. Judas, man.
What is going on, world champions? Welcome to a Sunday 3cc. It's so hot energy that I turn into Asian man.
Where did you find that?
It just happened. I felt the spirit enter me. You know, they talk in tongues. My tongues are cow tongues. And they're deep fried from Beijing. What is going on, world champions? I talk in the tongue. I feel the spirit of the law. I feel the spirit of Joe Boo. I guess this is my Buddha voice.
Yeah, that's your Buddha.
My Joe Boo voice. Oh man, I haven't.
Wow, tongue tire there.
Yeah, it was like kind of Hispanic and whatnot. But anyway, what is going on? Chat, welcome to 3cc Sunday, the greatest and only, so therefore by default the greatest semi-religious, spiritual fucking thing show of things and events and topics that exists on the internet. Today is not August 3rd.
On all the internet.
I've been outed.
August 3rd, boys.
I use a template.
Damn.
I don't like remaking it every week. It is August 10th. We're using a Algebra Mod 7.
I think it's Groundhog Day, maybe.
We're doing it again. So other than that, though, hopefully I changed everything else. The dildos will continue until morale improves. Thank you, Circle Jerk. Besides Anderson Cooper, you're my favorite gay guy.
Anderson.
He's talking to you.
We love Anderson Cooper.
Talking to the chat. Oh, man.
What's going on, people?
There's some volume afoot somewhere in the background. I'll track that down in a second. But today we will talk briefly about the Olive Branch Petition as our first reading, a little bit of Old Testament foundation myth of the United States. Second, we'll talk about the dildos. We'll continue until morale improves. Our gospel today from the Gospel of Sam Hyde, Dear Vivek. We'll talk about Sam and his interview with Nick Fuentes. We'll do our little creed. We'll do our little prayers for the faithful. If anybody needs a prayer, say so in the chat. We'll throw them in at that point. And then we hit our American sermon where we light up Joe Boo's menthol cigarette and Siddhartha, the Canadian god of Canadian wisdom. Where's that echo coming from? Just pissed me off. Is that your phone?
It's not my phone. I'm on mute, man.
That's weird. Is it my phone? It might be my phone. It might be my phone.
See? See?
Anyway, what is going on, chat? Deacon, bring them in and say hello to some of these people. I figured out where that echo is coming from.
Good afternoon, everybody. What's new and going on besides? It is Sunday, another day that we get to have together. Yeah, yesterday was a great day. We had boat day and family day at the lake yesterday. Enjoyed every moment of it, despite a few hiccups. It was a good day, but I attribute all that to the full moon. Exactly, because, man, I ain't had a day like that yesterday at all. But, yeah, it was a good time to be had by all. Thank you for everybody coming up. Thanks, everybody, for being in here today with us.
Am I crazy? Is the echo gone?
The echo's gone.
All right, I don't know what that was.
I don't hear it.
Strange. Let's go right into it, Deacon. Kick us off.
Good afternoon. Let's bow our heads for a quick prayer. Dear Lord, we thank you for being together here today again. We wish that everyone would follow our path down this righteous road that we're trying to pave for one and all. Other than that, I have nothing else to ask of you today but to bless each and every one of us. Dear Lord, we ask this in your blessed name. Amen.
Amen. What is going on? Bigfoot, Daniel Buff. Bigfoot again. Chronic, always good to see you. The dildos will continue. Purple and green. I see you've been keeping up with the news. OGTLT, welcome back. Obviously, the God of Canada has balls on its head. Accurate. Electric Dog, welcome back. MPCV, what's going on? Maddie England, always good to see you. Mantara, Joe Booze, half-smoked Lucy Menthol. Oh, shit, Lucy. He's got the Lucy. Karen Z, good to see you as always. Again, the channel memberships, blue badges are a year. Yellow is 1 month to 6 months. 6 months is there's white ones out there. Laughing Dog, I walked in the woods today because unarmed Canadians can't. Yeah, it's a shit show up there in Canada. Miles Flynn, welcome back. Stacking Coins, good to see you. And Pastradamus, and you will be hated by all for my namesake, but the one who ensures to the end will be saved. Good to see everybody again throwing up that program today. We're going to get into it. I have a little quick thing I want to show you guys from, that's not it. This is it. From our boy Zeb Boykin, frequent guest on 3CC. Check it out. But a short, yes, Grok is broken. A short thread. I don't know if you guys saw this. This kind of cracked me up. But he asked Grok to generate an image without a dog whistle, and it produced this. No dog whistles here. No racist dog whistles. He then took the image it generated, removed the Grok logo, and asked if it had any dog whistles in it. It's funny. I'm sorry. Lord of the Ree, watch the Sam Hyde Fuentes interview twice. What do y'all think about the Fuentes saying Trump could turn the cannons on us next? Who is this us he speaks of, and what are the cannons? We are getting to that in a second, so I'm not ignoring you, but since we're going to be talking about that in a minute, we will talk about it in a minute. So Zeb asks Grok to make a photo without a racist dog whistle, gives it back that photo, and says, is there a racist dog whistle in this photo? And it says, yes. The idyllic landscape evokes blood and soil ideology, a far-right dog whistle linking racial purity to unspoiled homeland, often used in eco-fascism, oh my God, to imply protecting native lands from immigration. Subtle, but recognizable in nationalist context. Why is it so hard to have consistency in AI, says Zeb. So, humorous. Ask Grok to make an image that doesn't have a racist dog whistle, then ask it to find the racist dog whistle. And it does. Something's afoot. We have gone, as I saw somebody on Twitter said, made me laugh. We've gone from MechaHitler, if you remember. Grok declared itself MechaHitler not too long ago. Now we've got MechaGreenblatt. Any and all pictures it seems like that you send to it will say there's some kind of, well, it says racist dog whistle, but it's implying that they're anti-Semitic dog whistles. That is all kind of tying into this Sam Hyde, Nick Fuentes thing, which I found great, but we're not quite there yet. First, Sophie Cunningham. Damn, I hate that I know her name. That's her in your lower right. The dildos will continue until morale improves. That's a great saying, by the way, just quickly. That's one of those sayings nobody knows where it actually came from. The original phrase is the beatings. Of course. Double entendre, you know. It's all the same stuff. But so last week, just 7 short days ago, We were on our second dildo. You were now allowed to bet on the color of the dildo, et cetera, et cetera. Well, we are now at 8.
8
incidents of dildowserness. It's been dildocalypsing everywhere. Between July 29th and August 7th, 8 incidents involving sex toys being thrown at the WNBA games were reported. A green dildo, we covered it. Not going to cover it again. Another green dildo. Another green dildo. These team names. The Washington Mystics versus the Atlanta Dream. They should just add lesbians at the end. The Washington Mystical Lesbians versus the Atlanta Dream Lesbians.
Wings and Liberty.
Anyway, 3 more incidents now. A green one hit the court during an Indiana Fever versus, again, the Fever versus the Sparks. Striking Fever guard Sophie Cunningham. That was the best part of all of it so far.
Yeah.
This, I'm sure, otherwise upstanding young lesbian that's 7 feet tall to your lower right. She tweeted out after number 2, please stop throwing dildos. Someone's going to get hurt. The next one hunted her down. Mushroom stamped her across the face. I don't think it really hit her that hard.
I think for entertainment at these games, I mean, to really draw the crowds in, I mean, they would get better ratings. They would have a better ticket sale.
I think it's on purpose.
If they just had dildo races at intermission time.
I thought this last week and I said, so I want to check the fingerprints on that dildo, and then I want to test the fingerprints of whoever runs the WNBA marketing department. But
they could have dildo races up and down the court, like the hot dog and ketchup and mustard races they have at baseball games around the bases and shit. Man, we could have running dildos up and down the court.
I realized I didn't frame this quite right. All right,
we could have dildos shooting shots.
Well, here's the lore has grown. We're now entering Middle Earth of dildos. Dildo Baggins, Delbert Carver, the 23-year-old prankster who yeeted a neon green Precious, my Precious, onto the court during a Golden State Valkyries, another great mascot, hilarious, versus those silly dream lesbians. Bro looks just like Frodo Baggins. He carried the one dildo.
Look at this guy. All right. Lord of the Rings. All right. Lord of the Dildos has arrived. I beg of you, Queen.
That's actually really funny. I pray nobody throws a Black Death on the court to kill.
Oh, my God. That
the
would
appropriately named Jason Dixon. But yeah, so we have Dildo Baggins has entered the chat. I think this is all such a better product than that pretend version of basketball that they say they're playing, Deacon.
Yeah, they ought to just dribble the dildos up and down the court.
I still have yet to have someone explain to me why they use a smaller ball, but not a lower hoop.
Well, their hands are smaller.
Well, then lower the fucking hoop. Somebody's got to stick a dildo
this guy right
to
here,
the fucking glass.
Is the epitome of it all. I mean, look at him. He is the Lord of the Dildo. I have brought you a present by queens.
9 dildos were given to the lords of men. 8 short dildos were given to the dwarves. I don't know the actual saying. I'm not that nerdy. Somebody does.
God.
But they were all of them deceived.
That's crazy.
And it took this Dildo Baggins
I want to see dildo races.
Return the
mission.
one dildo that dildos them all. He had to take it to the fires of Mount Dream and throw it into the lesbian gonorrhea burning sensation at the heart of that unholy mountain. That kid looks like he's like, holy shit. All right, fuck. Let's keep. There's more dildo. We got to cover
get it all.
The important angles. So the fourth dildo.
Take it all in.
This was a notable event. Take it all. We have had a purple dildo. Let's just watch. Let's confirm with our own lying eyes.
About a 10-0 start in the third quarter.
That was the match to sneakers.
There it was.
I saw it. It was to match that girl's sneakers. They were throwing it for her. She's the purple girl over there.
A fleeting but powerful moment. No accident that it says Magellan in purple with several dildo shapes. It's like this purple dildo broke the green dildo barrier. It crossed around the South Passage of Green Dildo Island, whatever.
sky.
Bang!
There it went. It's in midair off a bounce.
Is it purple? Is that a bicolor?
No, it looks purple.
3 quick.
Just the.
Uh-oh. Well, the ref saw it.
They're just like, oh my god.
It's like, damn it again.
So I learned
Girls.
that I now know this is the Atlanta Dream.
Leave your
18 and
toys
11.
in the fucking locker room, please.
Purple shoes. I don't know. But it happened. It happened. And geez, I hope that's the last link. No, this is actually pretty fucking funny.
No.
We're probably going to get demonetized because I play this, but whatever. Made me laugh. Point of view, a fan watching me throw a green dildo onto the court.
Yeah? Fucking quiz!
Holy fuck, I laughed at that. Oh.
You gotta warn me about shit like that. That's
Took me back to the 90s
my
right there. That was just everyone talked that way. Holy shit. So, yeah. We sprinted through the dildo coverage. We've covered it.
God Almighty, help us,
Covered
please.
it with a magnum
Jabu,
condom
please.
of lube coverage. Holy shit. Yeah, fuck you, Joe Poo.
We'll do it ourselves.
Do it myself.
Oh, God.
So, anyway, I do think we all need a laugh. Obviously, it's bullshit, distraction, whatever. Has there been a black one yet? All right. Jason Dixon.
that
Got to
will-
dial it from a 10 to at least a 9.5.
That will just cause. Oh my God, man.
They
That'll be it. They'll empty the fucking arena.
they throw a white
We
dildo
know
out
more.
there. All those girls will start beating on it like it's Caitlin Clark, kicking it and fucking fouling it and shit. I want to see someone stick one to the backboard though.
They're gonna be flying dildo flags at games and shit.
Just a total mockery of everything they take seriously.
Yep.
It's exactly
Yep.
what's been needed.
Exactly what's going.
They've been out there with talking about they should be paid more. And then they had the Let Her Cook t-shirts, which cracked everybody up.
Oh my God,
it's just
yeah.
the universe is just laughing at them.
Yeah, and this just helps.
So I'm for it.
I mean, I have nothing against their sexuality. That's fine, but this is just fucking.
No, yes,
hilarious
that's all
shit.
said
This
in
is-
good fun.
This is all just too
We
hilarious.
of course love lesbians.
I
on
mean,
this
this
show.
is you can't make this shit up. All right.
Sophie Cunningham, the lipstick lesbian. You don't see them like that every day. That's a young Elizabeth Foley, if anybody's been watching.
Told
my
you
show.
that's L&AI. She sent her picture.
She's
in.
got the
Boom,
camo custom tailored thing vest. I don't know.
She ain't camo. Don't try to be camo.
I can't see. I see a head and some arms and an invisibility between them. That or she's just flat chested. Okay.
Does have quite the.
Chad, any final? we gotta move on to some actual news. I feel. I mean, do we? Maybe we don't.
Oh my God, this is just hilarious today.
Maybe we don't. We got your prayer through. That was our New Testament, the world that we live in. Good Lord. Anyway, the other main thing I think worth talking about, I don't think he's going away. His name is Nick Fuentes.
No.
Did the crossover last night, 10 p.m., didn't watch the whole thing yet, with Sam Hyde, which was kind of fascinating. They kind of hid the fact that this was happening. Right now, I am a big fan of Sam Hyde. I'm not saying trust him. Okay, he's doing art, I think. For who and for what, for money, whatever, beside the point. But it happened. All of them is his response to the pay them what they're worth. Yes, exactly. Talking about the karma. The great dildos of karma. Our boy, our Canadian god, Siddhartha. Which camera is he? He's this one.
Down here.
Gentleman on your left, our right.
Yep.
He knows a thing or two about that, I'm assuming. Karma is Buddhist, right? I don't really pay attention to that. They're actual doctrines. They're actual doctrines and shit. Fuck you, Joe Boo. I'll do it myself. All right. What the fuck were we talking about? Yes. Nick Fuentes is not going anywhere. Obviously, this scene. Obviously, Sam Hyde's not endorsing him. It was like a 2-hour at least conversation, so whatever. But I have some relevant clips pulled up. I am not judging. I'm not telling you what I think of them, although I will if you want me to. But I think we should watch a couple of them. I'm sure most of us have not directly ever really watched Nick Fuentes or Sam Hyde for that matter.
Is that the actual brand name? The microphone cradle is by Hale.
So that's Sam Hyde, if you don't know.
What? It's just Hale. It's never just Hale.
Just a little vibing on the intro. So yeah, he is a comedian. Guy on your left. That is Nick Fuentes in the almost Harley jacket on the right.
Almost.
I guess, Deacon, how much do you know about either of these guys? Is this beyond your
Not a
sphere
whole
of-
lot. I really haven't.
I mean, you're like in the woods 24/7.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
You're like, who's Donald Trump?
And then, please, please.
I guess the most context worth giving it then for you is Sam Hyde is like my age, roughly.
Okay.
He's like 40. Nick Fuentes is going on 30, but Nick Fuentes has become something of an avatar for younger, disenfranchised guys on the right. Sam has always been sort of a representative of that, or just weird and interesting, smart people, things like that. So this is interesting because Sam Hyde is in the midst of a pretty big comeback, and Nick Fuentes is poison, and Sam had him on his main channel anyway. So anyway, I don't want to build up too much. They're not allies or friends necessarily, but
I've definitely heard of Fuentes.
Fuentes is just
Yeah.
definitely being positioned.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That's how I've always taken it.
for better or for worse,
Yeah, go ahead.
just fucking clip. So starting off, we won't do all 5 minutes of this, but number one, Sam uses the super wide aspect ratio, which I'm a fan of.
A deep religious experience.
But Sam Fuentes on why he believes God is
Honestly, a lot
real.
of people, they come to religion because they hear the voice of God or something, but nothing like that ever happened to me. For me, I always just had a disposition towards a belief in God. I think that we're created with a purpose, with a direction. I think that the world is imbued with meaning. It's intelligent. And to me, the biggest thing I've been on lately is, first and foremost, is I believe that we have souls. I think that's obvious. And I think that we have two natures. And when you consider that a human being, the human mind, is unlike anything else in the universe, the brain is more complex than anything that exists ever, period. You realize that we're fundamentally distinct from nature. And so
We are fundamentally distinct from nature. Having some good chat comments right now, too. Yes, Nick definitely. Nick is just hard to trust. I know the young guys like him. For people who have been watching this for a while, I think even Sam Hyde's body language, same reaction I am a little bit. But anyway, saying, I guess, ostensibly the right things. He is, I believe, Catholic, Fuentes is.
Sounds like it.
He's Mexican. So that's
Yeah.
probably Catholic.
Yeah, he's probably Catholic if he's Mexican.
He's probably got one of one of these exact Jesus figures in it on a hill behind his house in Brazil.
I'd love to see it someday just because.
But anyway, so presented without comment, just a snippet of Nick on why he believes in God. Here is part 2. Sam Hyde and Nick Fuentes are enjoying the new freedom of speech on the internet. I think even black people are racist now.
I think that regular people are getting fed up, and regular people are starting they don't trust science, they don't trust official narratives. I mean, that part of it is kind of exciting. And also the censorship thing, we were talking about this, it seemed like it would just get worse and worse and worse forever, but now it's like, it's good, almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, basically the plan was we were all going to get wiped from the internet completely.
Yeah.
Like not even be able to have a website or a bank account.
Unpersoned.
Yeah. And then when Trump got banned from Twitter, it just went in the opposite direction. And Twitter opened up and Instagram opened up. And now it feels like Twitter is like 4chan. Like you see every day, it's just all racist memes, anti-Jewish memes. Like the red pill has truly gone mainstream.
Is Twitter suffering? I feel like, do regular people, do black people look at Twitter now and get pissed off, or are they just fine with it?
I think even the black people are racist at this point.
Myron
black
Gaines,
Twitter is its own thing.
The fresh.
So, anyway, Sam says some stuff at the beginning here. Let me just back up.
But now I think that regular people are getting fed up.
Definitely some truth to that. Definitely truth to the comment that X or Twitter has become a lot more like 4chan, or at least certain parts of it. 4chan's total, talking about politically incorrect, the board on 4chan, if you didn't know. But total cluster right now. I see Zeb's getting fag bashed in the comments, so sorry about that, Zeb.
Sorry, Zeb.
But I don't know.
I like Sam's reference to being unperson.
Yeah.
That's what we were all afraid of happening. And if anybody has ever read 1984, that was a book that in high school, that was part of our curriculum in our English class. We had to read that. And I understood, the importance of reading that book because of what he just said, becoming an unperson, that could happen with our technology advancing the way it was. And now, I mean, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the way the internet,
well, yeah. So
the way things progressed for
Sam Hyde is making an interesting point, and this is where I think he might be giving the audience a little bit of a wink, maybe, about Nick Fuentes and his involvement in this. But the censorship was getting worse and worse, and Sam experienced this firsthand. You get pushed off of places like YouTube and things like that. He managed to grind through it, but now. What I would slightly modify what he's saying, but yeah, even on this show, you seem to be able to more openly talk about things that you used to not be able to even mention. However, it's not everything. One of the things they're definitely letting being talked about more publicly, or at least it seems like it's being let talked about, is how involved Israel actually is in our government and other governments too. But I think that is a discussion that needs to happen. But it does seem a little bit like Fuentes might be being positioned to be like a false leader in this movement. I don't know. Does that make any sense? There's more. But wait! There's Billy Mays. So anyway, one of the positive comments about Fuentes is that he seems to be quite knowledgeable. So let's take a look again, not at the whole thing, but Fuentes on the origins of Israeli influence on the CIA.
When was the CIA infiltrated by Israel?
From the very start, from its very inception. And the reason being is because the CIA was formed out of wartime intelligence during World War II. Obviously, we needed intelligence about the Axis, the Nazis, the Italians. And so when the Allies invaded Italy, what was coming through Italy were a lot of Jewish refugees fleeing the Holocaust, fleeing the persecution by the Germans. And so how did the Allies get intelligence about the Germans? We talked to the Jews that were fleeing Germany. And so our entire intelligence network from Germany, and even from Russia for that matter, from Poland, all these Jews that were fleeing these countries came from Jewish refugees, essentially. So when the CIA was founded, it was basically made up. All the human sources were Jewish refugees leaving Italy and then going to Israel. And then the next big step is that we were, of course, fighting the Soviet Union. When the Cold War starts in the 1950s, we have to know everything about the Soviet Union, but we know nothing because an Iron Curtain has descended.
So you're maybe a historian, maybe you're not. Definitely some true statements being made in there.
Yep.
The kid has definitely done some reading, at least anyway.
He's done his homework.
Drawing his own conclusions, and of course too young to have been there or anything like that. One more, again, I'll not play the entire clip, but his theory, I talk a lot about Peter Thiel and Palantir.
Peter Thiel has like an enemies list of like 2 million people in Palantir.
Yeah.
And Palantir came in on the heels of Doge. Elon Musk brought Doge in to every department, to the IRS, to Treasury Department, education, the rest of it. And everyone that worked in Doge had also worked for Palantir. And so when Doge left, the Palantir people stayed. And what they're doing now is they're creating a master database that has your education records, health records, tax records, the Treasury Department's records. And they're going to be in one giant searchable database for this administration with a $150 billion budget for ICE that wants to take citizenship from people that criticize Israel. And that's what people voted for when they voted for Trump.
What is Palantir?
Wow. Now, wait.
The OGTLT, quickly, they were fleeing concentration camps. They weren't going to Israel. Israel didn't exist until 1948. It was formed after the war. Yes, presented, like I said, without comment. I was hoping the chat would get into it a little bit. So as you keep getting riled up here, again, he's talking about Palantir. I kind of agree. I'll give you my take here on everything he says up until he says, this little last part.
$150 billion budget for ICE that wants to take citizenship from people that criticize Israel.
I don't know that it's quite that simple, Nick. But he's not wrong in the Palantir involvement with the government and them building this database and everything like that. So again, I always try to point out anyway, Deacon, that this is all a battle for stories. It's why at the beginning of the show, I like to talk about our foundation myth. We're fighting that battle. What is America? There's a whole fucking fight over the story of what that is. Was it a country primarily founded by Europeans that were Christian? Was it, is it the 1619 Project, like all the crazy DEI people at the New York Times think? Is somebody whose parents move here from India and they're born here, are they immediately American? These are all questions that
the CIA, in my opinion, the CIA and that whole belief of the CIA being a central intelligence agency, that goes as far back as the Civil War, the Revolutionary War. There's always been an intelligence agency in this country. Now, with regards to Israel and everything, I think Israel is a major player in our government and how things are decided overseas and how things are decided here as far as policy goes and those things. Because everything goes through Israel, it seems like. And that's our only asset to Israel is intelligence. For some reason, that is like one major intelligent antenna that everything seems to flow through.
I want to pull this up real quick because you made a good point, but the Culper Ring. The Culper Ring was a network of spies active during the American Revolutionary War, organized by Major Benjamin Talmadge and General George Washington during the British occupation of New York City. Even back then, Washington, as a good military strategist, very much understood the importance of intelligence.
And he learned that where?
Yeah, so this is
in Europe.
Well, it goes way for. So I mean, Alexander the Great used intelligence. He used not just gathering intelligence, but promoting false intelligence.
Look at what the Aztecs did. The Aztecs were the same way. They gathered intelligence against their formal tribes and knew what they were going to do before they attacked.
So once you start trying to control groups of people, the need for those sort of networks becomes obvious.
And Israel was prime target for any country to do it. And we're not the only ones that use Israel for intelligence, for an intelligent antenna for the world. Russia, Putin's using it. I mean, Putin, damn well Putin's using it as well. Everybody does. And the question is, I think my big question is why? Why has it become such a hot ticket item that everybody's got to have a stake in it?
I think so I'm trying to gather my thoughts here. There is a fundamental disgust for people that are conservative like myself with the whole underhanded lying. Like, it's a necessary evil, but we wish it wasn't. And then I think you have the left who think it's not only not evil, it's a good. It's a like we need to have all these secretive networks and rings, and I don't know. Maybe there's just two types of people, and that's the way they see it. But I think maybe that's where we're finally catching up, is thinking the way the left has been thinking and the way tyrannical people have been thinking and secretive people have been thinking for thousands of years, literally. But even back, like again, with Alexander the Great and those people, and Caesar, there's a sense of like certain sort of tricks are dishonorable.
Yeah. Yes. There's certain things that go beyond that conduct of.
And yet the reality of the world we live in is there are no rules. Like whoever wins the battle is the one that's willing to break the most rules.
And treason definitely steps over that line. You take it up to that line and you step over to treason where you're causing harm to the people that you are supposed to be supplying intel with or those kind of things. Then there's consequences needing to be had. And I think right now that's got to be it's a very hot issue as who is the treasonous ones. And I think that's, everybody keeps pointing fingers.
That's the battle of the story.
Yeah.
That's the story we're fighting over. You guys are the bad guys. No, you guys are the bad guys. Well, you're in my story. I'm in your story. Which way is it? So, Yeah, that's well said. God, I had a thought there that I felt like was worth including. Let me see if I can dig it back out of my stupid head. It's. I think you got to look at intelligence and counterintelligence in these sort of operations as they're like rain. Okay, like I wish shitty weather didn't happen.
Yep.
I sure wish it was sunny all the time, but the reality is it's not. And so you got to make umbrellas and shit. You got to build roofs. It's just, you got to build a roof over your fucking head for more reasons than just rain. Like a cell needs a membrane.
Yep. And everybody needs transparency. But the old saying goes, good fences make good neighbors. You want to know what's going on your other side of the fence, but you don't want them to know what's going on your other side.
Yeah,
of the fence.
so you just got to accept it's part of the battlefield, I guess. But again, Washington understood this. This is a highly, I think, undercredited part of the reason why the Americans did win. And then you had like one of my favorite guys.
Because he was very smart when it came to his military, to his battle strategies and stuff. He was a very smart man when he became that. How many generals have followed some of his battle tactics even into, today's modern warfare and that kind of shit? They still do it.
Another famous dude, Francis Marion, the Swamp Fox, I think, from Zeb State of South Carolina here. Again, used intelligence to, and of course, learn this from fighting in the French Indian War.
Yep.
But used intelligence, used his knowledge of the swamps, things like that, to conduct a very devastating campaign.
And see, we may have had that right here local because there's a former French Indian War outpost not more than 20 minutes from here. That was a trading post. It was an outpost for the French Indian War. We could have had spies running in through here the whole time then. So the whole thing about the spies, the whole thing about them being an intelligent hub it's mind-boggling. It is absolutely mind-boggling. And there you go back to the whole Trump Feinstein, or not Feinstein, but oh God,
Epstein, man?
Epstein. Thank you.
Are you on the list?
And and his involvement. Right, I mean, to having fucking dude living in his own
All right,
home.
if we're going to dive, I think you set that up well with the treason comment as well, but if we're going to dive into the serious stuff, we got to have our Deacon ritual of our preparation of the gifts.
Oh.
To protect ourselves here from the bad and weird juju. So we have again here on your screen, the explanation for all this is at the beginning of the last episode. If you've seen the movie Major League, you of course know Joe Boo. Light him up, even though he's trying to enslave us. I guess I don't know how well that'll really light. I don't know that I'd light fucking Siddhartha, the Canadian God's cigar. Just leave him alone there. Very cleverly at the left and right hand of Jesus, our boy JC. They're just kind of overwatching everything. So let's get our sacraments ready. Oh, we forgot about the fucking sign. Don't look. You white supremacists, don't look. Everybody throw one up in the chat if you're so inclined. Boop, 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 protected.
Where are they at, folks?
Sign of peace. Sign of the cross. Whatever. Whatever it is we got to do to get around the weird censorship and algorithms, damn it, man. We're going to have Joe Booze here if we need to. So thank you, Deacon, for performing your ceremonial, duties.
Pleasure.
That is a menthol.
That is a menthol?
Happy accident.
Oh.
There it is. Thank you, Markets and Moto. You are protected from the unbelievable bull. We probably should have done this before the Sam Hyde, Nick Fuentes shit, tell you the truth. We were not protected.
The satanic, no, it's not.
Fucked up my duties here. Now we're all going to hell.
In a handbasket, as they say.
Yeah, tell him to go fuck himself.
Hang on, Deacon's running the engines.
Yes.
We're on a fucking train to self-destruction.
Yes, little fucking Joe Boo. Fuck you, Joe Boo. I'm
Fuck
supposed
you,
to say,
Joe
fuck
Boo.
you, Joe Boo. I do it myself.
Do it myself.
If you want to know why, go watch the beginning of the last episode.
There you go.
So, treason, Tulsi Gabbard, Office of the Director of National Intelligence, all of that fun stuff. And then we have Trump meeting with Putin. I suppose I should pull this up.
How amazing would it be to see the Clintons drug off to jail? Just how amazing.
Again, it is August 10th. Man,
I mean, the world would fucking stop instantly. Boom, man. We'd all be like, it'd be like on a train when you pull that fucking emergency handle is what would happen.
It is a fun thing to visualize. God, I just don't know that I have the the hope for it anymore.
No, we lost that a long time ago.
But as far as let's just kind of rehash Tulsi real quick about what's going on there, and then we will get into. We show the fucking NASCAR guy.
Yes, you gotta do that. You have to do this. Poor mother. I'm sorry.
No, hold on. We'll save it. We'll save it for the break or whatever.
Save it.
But all right. So Tulsi Gabbard.
He might get a dildo award. That's what we need. We need dildo awards. I'm sorry.
Get yourself together, man.
I just saw that fucking.
I see the chat does not know who Joe Boo is in some cases.
Oh my! You're gonna have to go back and watch last week's
Maybe
program.
We'll have to play that again. Laughing Dog just gifted 10 memberships. If you got a membership, say thank you to Laughing Dog. Thank you, Laughing Dog.
Thank you, Laughing Dog.
All right, so this is the last refuge. That's Sundance from the Conservative Treehouse that we've been talking about for a few weeks now. These are his theories about Tulsi Gabbard. He's replying to this comment. In the early naive days post 9/11, this was the whole point of the Director of National Intelligence and the whole DNI office, to see everything. It was weaponized later under Obama to be part of the silo system. And he says 100%, and seeing everything is exactly what DNI Tulsi Gabbard has been doing. So the DNI is allowed to look into all these different compartmentalized little intelligence packet producing, report producing little silos. And part of the problem is Trump maybe in his first term not having somebody that could look at this stuff or understanding how to use this office. Is it all just a show? Is it all fake? Sundance says no. He replying to Unique Warg, who is saying, that is wonderful in the world of rainbows and unicorns, but that isn't how it works in reality. The DNI doesn't have power to fight against the entire security state. And Sundance says, yet the DNI is not being ignored. Funny that. So yeah, Tom Cotton comes out and starts trying to limit the powers for the first time of what she can and can't look at. What's the point of doing any of that if it's all a show? They could have just ignored all of this. He says she's not being ignored. Funny that. That is his point there. And then the final part of his theory and prediction, Sundance from the conservativetreehouse.com. I really, really don't think people understand this. Bondi, the Attorney General, isn't with her. Kash Patel, the FBI, and John Ratcliffe, CIA, are not with her. Susie Wiles, the Chief of Staff, is not with her. Tulsi is all alone. The Israel First group is also aligned against her. If you doubt me, show me a single voice from inside the administration who stood up to, even gently, defend her when Tulsi was attacked about her position on the Iran nuclear capabilities. Tulsi is all alone on a mission, and even physically when on task within the administration. Watch carefully and bookmark if you doubt. This was in response to, do not forget Tulsi's all alone in this. Quote, there is nothing more difficult to take in hand, more perilous to conduct, or more uncertain in its success than to take the lead in the introduction of a new order of things. That she has exceeded expectations so far. She does seem to be a political outsider. Maybe something legitimate going on here. I don't know. But there is the prediction from the previous one. Let me just go back quickly.
She's definitely got a fight on her hands.
All alone on a mission. Watch carefully and bookmark if you doubt. So there you go. He's throwing out testable predictions.
She is definitely. She's got a long fight.
That is one of the more interesting thing going on. And that's, of course, you said treason. Obama, treason. Clinton's treason.
Yep. I mean,
will they go down? Will anything come of this, chat? Chat and or Deacon.
You think that's why the Israel group's against it? And everybody else involved, CIA, FBI.
I think this is where...
I mean, this is definitely... This is more than newsworthy. This may be something history. This actually may be something history if she can actually start to prove some of this. If, big bigs if, because man, she's got to do it alone. If she even had one person to help, and the only person who could help, I think his hands are tied.
How do we feel good about this? How do we feel hope You spiritual leader, you.
We have to just pray to whatever gods we have that, as cliche as it sounds, justice is made. I mean, justice is upheld, because there's no, wow, it may tear the country apart. I mean, if things start coming out, these Democrats are going to they're going to defend everything they can with Obama, with the Clintons, especially Hillary. I mean, God, look at the Hillary's following. Her following was almost bigger than Trump's following was by all the fucking lunatics that were out there. Chat, what do we got?
Just looking at these gay battles going on here.
Again.
Zeb's fighting off gay accusations like they're dildos at a WNBA game.
Zeb.
Serious. Get all serious over here about like the fucking New World Order taking hold and this fucking fag bashing battle. You're gay. No, you're gay. It's all stories, man. They're fighting over Zeb's story.
It's a Harvard thing.
Zeb's foundation myth. Is it gay or is it not gay? It's only gay if you're smiling. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this
$20 is $20, man.
So you have the Pam Bondi Epstein thing, and I'm pretty convinced that's just going to be dragged out, and we'll never fucking see any of it.
Nope. That's going to be like the Hunter. The whole Hunter. That'll be just like the Hunter
Biden. Yeah,
that's just another fucking something for somebody to make money off of. There's going to be a book written about it. And there's going to be a big fucking study come out next year, and we're going to get a 2,000-page fucking report that's going to be so redundant. It ain't even funny.
It does feel so close to this all breaking, though. Like, just so you have these two distinct groups of people.
Well,
one group wants to let in everybody, and that'll totally destroy the country. They're too stupid to see it. The other group wants to do whatever's necessary to save the country. It'll have to be extremely violent. Something has got to give, and one of the ways through that is like for the fucking shadow government to sacrifice one of their own, what seems like a Hillary Clinton or a Barack Obama.
We have midterms coming.
I think that would placate a lot of us to actually see one of those two kicking around at the end of a noose. I mean, it won't be that, but
yeah,
some damn justice.
And I think maybe with
served.
A lot of this may be leading up to something big come midterm. Midterms are right around the corner, folks. I mean, it is right around the fucking corner. We're almost halfway through August. Midterms are in November. What else are they going to pow on top of these two things?
Sorry,
who's going to come out in November? Who's going to be a surprise? What's going to be the surprise election across this country? It's going to make a turn. For these two stories right here.
Yeah, we're not even a year into Trump.
Who they going to sacrifice and say you need to go now because the shit's getting too close? They're getting too close to us.
That's something Sundance is saying about Tulsi that's interesting is there's certain things that even like she's not going to be allowed to go after it. And so if she does, she'll be let go. So yeah, man, I don't know.
And see, if that happens, that's just proof right there that there is something going on that shouldn't be going the fuck on.
Come back over here real quick.
Do it.
Chat is going off, although half of it is still
off, please, man.
This gay battle.
Oh, take it easy on Zeb.
Is this just all flame war? No pun intended. Midterms are 2026. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, midterms are 2026. Yes.
You're just talking about.
Excuse me. That's right.
There are elections coming up.
That's right. My bad. I'm getting wound up too. See, God damn it.
I think something. I don't have this exact clip from Sam Hyde and Fuentes, but it was Sam Hyde who says it, and it's not great to hear, but I kind of agree with him, and I think we've expressed similar things. Trump in 2015 to 16, when he started running won his first term, there was this spirituality about him, like this, it was the meme magic. And then, of course, the whole bullshit with Biden being president for 4 years, being president, quote unquote. And then he wins again, and there was a little bit of that, especially with him getting shot at Butler, which you were at. Mm-hmm. But it hasn't been the same. That energy is not the same. There is...
No.
It's not as fun.
It's not. Things seem a lot more serious. Things are definitely... You can feel the tension. You can feel the tension.
That's
from
what I mean
DC
about
up
like
here.
yeah.
I mean, you can feel the tension.
Well, that happened again too. So you have the assault in DC now.
Yeah.
Trump says he has a big announcement coming tomorrow. They might take over the city.
Yes,
be
I
interesting.
did read that. I did that. Another thing to pile on to all of this with Tulsi and let's just go with intelligent and what's going on in the White House and shit is the whole Biden presidency legit. I mean, you still have that involved with all this other bullshit. It's just driving. I mean, DC. I wouldn't want to be a reporter or anything in fucking DC.
You know,
right now,
it
'cause
always
your life would
reminds
be
me
hell.
of it reminds me
Hell.
when Hillary Clinton back about Benghazi said, "At this point, what difference does it make?" A whole
Yeah.
part of their
Yeah.
strategy is just if it's so corrupt that it takes 8 years to unravel the corrupt, by the 10 years later, people are, it really doesn't make a fucking difference.
Yeah, we're like, okay, what's next?
And,
I mean, that's almost
and the
to that
amount of
point.
justice they face after the things we know pretty convincingly that there seems to be evidence that they did, like that there's no.
But yeah, you're.
They have, like there's this fucking, what's her name? Fannie Willis or
Yes.
whatever
Yes.
hell her name
Yes.
is. Looks like she might actually be going. I want more than that, man. I don't want some low level, state level. Yeah, like I think Obama, Biden, someone in the Biden family, Hillary Clinton would be great. I don't know why we can't do that.
We should be allowed
It's gonna
to
be
do that
really
as-
hard to believe
as
in
the-
the system if that doesn't happen by the end
See,
of
that
Trump's
should
term.
be our job. Let's go back to those ages when that was our job. If our government officials weren't doing what they should be doing, or there's foul play and it's proved like there has been or there supposedly is, take them out, tar and feather these assholes. Let's get back to that. Let's get back to carrying them out on a log. Tar and feathering, hang them out in the middle of DC and stuff. I mean, that would take care of a lot of bullshit. But no, we can't do that. We have to be submissive. We have to be passive. We have to be woke.
Laughing Dog says, I haven't verified, but Caesar Augustus Trump allegedly struck on SES crew. That's massive. What is that? What's he referencing?
I don't know. SES crew.
I'll keep an eye on the chat, Laughing Dog. You don't have to do another super chat, but clarify, please.
Yeah.
But, yeah, in fact, let's pull this whole chat up here. I'll try to read between the Zeb battle. Things have to resolve in like half an hour on TV, says Dave Fuller. Okay, yeah. I don't think you meant this. We're not demanding a resolution in, a 30-minute TV show style. It's real life. We get that.
Yep.
It seems like his term these 4 years will be up sooner rather than later. And that's just me getting older, maybe.
Well,
But there's quite a bit of time left. But yeah, like if we get to the end of him being in power and nobody went to jail for any of this, when we have 4 years,
then
it's going to be tough
how do you hold your faith in what?
in the entire country at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Not to black pill, I have faith in it, but I'm just saying it feels like something's got to happen. It doesn't seem totally impossible to me that we'll get somebody pretty high up, but sacrificially, it'll be maybe a bit of a
That's
show.
what I'm saying, man. We need to get back to where we make those decisions and drag their asses out into public, and we take care of those kind of things. I mean, I hate to be fucking all, old age. What do I want to say?
Yeah.
Hell, let's go back to
9 LLI, 2 years to slow the timeline. Yeah, it's exactly that
Yeah.
COVID strategy. Just 2 more weeks.
Yeah, just 2 more weeks. 2 more
It's
weeks.
been like 6 months at this point, crazy assholes.
Today's 2 weeks. Nope, you need another month. We can't do it for another month. You must wear your mask 6 feet apart. There'll be no work. There'll be no play.
Vakernhart has an interesting comment here, kind of germane to what we're talking about, but it won't be Trump's fault if no one goes to jail. I mean, do we agree with that?
Yeah, because it's not up to him. Everything's been pointed at him, thrown at him, but
He is the guy on top. I mean, at what point do we hold him responsible for
Well, we have to
and
hold-
if not that, then what do we hold him responsible?
yeah, we have to hold him responsible for what he said for, his campaign promises. That we haven't find out all this shit, and we haven't found out a damn thing yet.
Yeah, Older King, Trump's never gotten even, and he's a vindictive motherfucker. Yeah, I would expect that. It's that bit more of an animal attack dog he was in 2016 to 2020. He's aged. I don't know, but it's definitely a clusterfuck. And since we're talking about Trump and the main thing going on that's pretty fucking humorous, mostly because of the clown that is Zelensky.
Oh, my.
I can do it. I can do two things at once.
Are you sure? You can do it.
Use a little grok summary here. Summary of the actual news. U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin are scheduled to meet in Alaska on August 15, 2025, 5 days from now, to discuss the ending of the Russia-Ukraine war, which began in February 2022. Wow, it's been going on for a while now.
Wow, really?
The summit follows multiple discussions, including a meeting between Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, and Putin in Moscow, marking their fifth summit this year. Trump has expressed a desire for a deal to end the conflict, potentially involving territorial concessions, and has indicated openness to a bilateral meeting with Putin, even if Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is not included. The White House is considering inviting Zelensky to the Alaska summit, though details remain fluid, and Putin has suggested that, quote, certain conditions must be met for a trilateral meeting. Trump has set an August 8th deadline for Russia to reach a peace deal with Ukraine, which has passed, threatening stiffer U.S. sanctions. Okay, Zelensky's response. This fucking idiot. Oh, it's kind of cut off. Ukrainian President Zelensky has strongly opposed any peace deal, hilarious, that excludes Ukraine or compromises Kiev's territorial integrity. In a Telegram statement, he dismissed the Trump-Putin summit as likely to produce, quote, dead solutions if Ukraine's voice is not included, emphasizing that Ukraine's constitution makes territorial integrity non-negotiable. I believe their constitution also calls for elections, which he canceled.
Yes.
He's been ruling for quite a while now without elections.
Well, since I think he was up for election there at the beginning of the war.
Zelensky vowed that Ukraine will, quote, not give Russia any awards and will not cede land to the, quote, occupier. So this deal Trump and Putin are trying to arrange does include concessions, the eastern half, towards the Russian border side of Ukraine.
Yep.
Where mostly ethnic Russians live, seem to want to join Russia, and the whole thing that kicked this all off, might catch some flack for this, but that the Ukrainians were killing ethnic Russians, and so Putin was forced to step in. Putin seems to have stuck to his story this whole time. We're not here to conquer Ukraine. We just want to protect these ethnic Russians in this eastern oblast, which is kind of like saying state. Be like if...
But what's really there?
I don't know.
What's really there? What's behind the scenes that we ain't being told? What's really there? What rare earth mineral? What oil?
It's
gas?
pretty hard, I think, to argue that the Ukraine has been used as a giant money laundering operation by mostly our government.
Us. Thank you very much.
All the Hunter Biden. Probably mostly Democrats, but some Republicans as well. Lindsey Graham's always over there.
Yep, Lindsey Graham loves it over there. He might as well he probably got a house over there.
Just a big old cookie jar.
It is. It is.
There's also the somewhat more conspiratorial theories that it's a second Israel is being formed. A lot of the Ukrainian billionaires funding all this are Jewish.
So what?
They say Ukraine is the natural homeland of the Khazarian Jews.
Okay, great. We got Indians that this is their home, and look what the fuck they got.
Siddhartha, are you going to take that, Siddhartha?
I don't think Russia needs any more ground. I mean, I really don't. I don't think Russia needs any more
I don't think it's about the ground. It's about people.
It's about the people. It's definitely about the people. And if that is actually happening, Zelensky's been dicking us around the whole time, which apparently he has been, then, yeah. Trump ain't going to put up with the shit. We already know that. I think Trump and Putin respect each other enough as
seem to have
business leaders, as leaders of their country. I want to see, this is what I want to see when I go to Alaska. I want to see Trump and I want to see Putin. Bareback, bare-shirted, fighting a grizzly bear. That's what I want to see.
Hold on, I got these.
But no, I think this may be a good meeting for the whole war itself.
All right,
because they just respect one another enough.
Doing a little temporary hiding in the chat on a certain somebody just for the sake of staying focused here. All right, so I'm sorry. You said something profound.
Just saying.
I agree.
That, yes, they are. That Putin and Trump respect one another enough that they're going into this with serious faces, and Zelensky's just playing the fucking brat. Literally.
Yeah,
he's just
Zelensky's job, I
brat.
think, is to keep the conflict going as long as humanly possible.
Well, absolutely. He's lining his pockets with every fucking $50 that we're sending over there.
I also think he knows when this conflict is resolved, his ass might be dead.
Yeah.
They might be coming for him.
Or he's going to face a tribunal, one or the other.
A lot of people are not going to be very happy with him.
No. And like I said, it's either going to be drug out into the street or he's going to face a tribunal of some sort.
Trump has always been, though, despite the reputation he gets from the mainstream media, he's always been a peacemaker. He is always, they make him out to be some kind of warmonger, most recently with bombing Iran, right? We bombed Iran on behalf of Israel. Maybe we did. But nobody really got hurt. It's hard to say if we ever actually destroyed anything. I did, like we talked about on a previous show.
Yeah.
It was like minimum effort to get everybody to shut up. The OGTLT, Ukraine is money laundering short term and will become a basket for BRICS. China isn't food secure. Russia already has the Jewish Autonomous Oblast, talking about Israel. Money laundering short term, a basket for BRICS, that new economic alignment. Yeah, I mean, Ukraine is very central geographically.
Yeah.
It's very well positioned.
Yep.
A lot of truth to that. You need to read Scott Horton's book, Provoked, apparently, Mojack.
Provoked. All right.
Nobody really got hurt. It's a crazy statement. All right.
Hakeem Spell. What was the author?
Taking some notes.
Yeah, you know me.
Scott Horton.
Thank you. Oh, check it out. Thank you.
Vakrin Hart, Trump knows why Putin fought. No one has heard the true story. Putin protecting his country. Putin is no monster as libtards say he is. I kind of agree. I mean, I think everybody leading a country in this modern age has got to be some kind of a monster. Like they've had to do monstrous things anyway. But yeah, he's
managing his instability.
Operating in the interests of his own country. Imagine that.
Yeah, I mean, he don't want to get his country nuked anymore.
And that is Trump's job as well. And I think Trump has done a decent job.
Who was that Trump had just put two together? He had just ended something the other day. Help me out here, Chad. I just caught a bit of it. I've been busy. I saw a video of it. I think it was on X. Him and there was two other leaders there that he had brought together, and they had ended some kind of feud or something. What the hell was it?
The whole giant civil war.
And I mean, you got people, this whole civil war, and you got people now screaming for him to get the peace, the Nobel Prize because of his peace leading abilities. I mean, he's really, when it comes to that part of his presidency, he's definitely leading the other ones. I'm sorry. The last two Democrats.
It's Azerbaijan.
That's it. That's it.
One.
That's it. Like I said, I just caught a piece of it being busy yesterday and
Armenia,
stuff.
it says that.
Yeah, Armenia.
Yes, Azerbaijan and Armenia. Thank you, David Olerkin.
Appreciate
Love our
it.
chat.
Thank you, chat.
Yes, an absolutely massive.
Yeah, that was a big
deal.
thing that he brought together and brought those together. So
just a couple days ago.
And if he can do that, like I said, him and Putin are going to go in with respect to one another to end this bullshit, to end the money fucking river that's going over there. Because Putin sees it too. He knows that he's up to as well. And he don't want to lose any more men than what Zelensky wants to lose.
For whatever here now, Grok is finally telling me what the deal was.
I don't think Putin's a warmonger. I don't think
he has done what he said he was going to do from the beginning, despite the lies our media have told. So like just is, you can't really argue with it.
No.
He's done what he said he was going to do, and I
think
him and Trump both want to end the war. Mm-hmm. And Zelensky obviously does not, and there's people in our government that do not, and you got to ask yourself why.
Frank. He made peace between India and Pakistan.
India and Pakistan.
See, I mean, now that's something right there.
That's one of the most shocking things ever.
Yeah, and that's how I kind of read that too at first, and I had to look at it again. All great men were monsters. All great men were really monsters. I mean, look what Washington put his troops through to fucking make this country become a country. If that ain't a monster, You know, and his troops loved him. And men like that are loved. And I think that's where Trump gets his. Trump's a monster. Trump is probably a vicious bastard when it comes to negotiating and that kind of stuff.
Got it in him, yeah.
You know, so, and people are going to love that about him. That's why people love him. And yeah, we're part of the cult, quote, unquote, fucking cult. Fuck you, Jabu. We'll do it ourselves.
Fuck you, Jobu. We'll do it ourselves. We are going to take, since it's a little past 5 here.
Oh, wow. Time is flying.
It is.
Holy shit.
We're going to take our short break. We're going to do our little ritualistic reading here. This is all based off the model prayer. But again, we do a little bit old, a little bit new. So just repeating again briefly, a little bit of the preamble of the the Declaration of Independence, 1776. Quote, when in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, as it very well might be right now, that's why we're talking about this, that whenever any form becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Do whatever seems best to you. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. Governments that have been around for a few hundred years, don't throw them away for light or transient causes. Make sure you're sure. And accordingly, all experience has shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable. Such a great sentence. I coughed in the middle of it. Mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable. We're more inclined to take bullshit as long as we can take it than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. When you're addicted to the suffering, you're going to keep suffering as long as humanly possible until you can't take it anymore. It's the slow boil. It's the acceleration. It's the frog in the pot of water. It'll take the heating up until it dies. That's just our nature. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, when you're getting fucked with by your government so long that it makes obvious that their whole purpose and design is to reduce you under absolute despotism, it is their right, our right, it is their duty, our duty, to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Is perhaps where we are in modern history. And then we have, of course, the model prayer. We told the simplest version from Luke and the simplest recorded. It's an interesting prayer. You know it as Our Father because it was taught directly by Jesus, and it was in response to what is a great way to pray? What is the model prayer? And Jesus said, according to Luke, earliest recorded and shortest version, Father, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Give us each day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, for we forgive ourselves, for as we ourselves forgive everyone who is indebted to us, and lead us not into temptation. That was the original, I guess as best as we can tell, version, somewhat translated to, whoever you are in charge, it is your world. Make it possible to live here. Give us this day our daily bread. Make plants that grow fruits, soil that grows wheat, etc. Make it possible. Forgive our faults, as we forgive each other. Judge us on our own merits, I guess. But don't be a dick. Lead us not into temptation. With that, we are going to take our short 5-minute break.
Little something to ponder on in the next 5 minutes.
Huh?
249 years ago, there were men sitting around a table forming those words to the Declaration of Independence, the Preamble. They were up against the same things we were up against right now. 249 years ago, they were trying to make the government what it should have become. Just think about that for a minute till we come back.
I would take the deacon's advice. Smoke if you got 'em. Fuck you, Joe Boo. We do it ourselves. We'll be right back. 5 minutes or less, I swear.
She said, I'm a feminist man, I'm a fucking man eater. When I'm not in theater class, I'm blasting through glass ceilings. My feelings are so seriously real, they are my steering wheel. I'm steering clear of any gentleman who get near me. You hear me? I said, yep, I got it, and I don't want it. I'm off it, I'm moving on. I'ma find it behind 100 pounds lighter. Well, that ignited a fire inside her eye. The tiger don't wanna die, so I fly, but I leave a Snickers for the beast. 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 Peace, beast, eat your Snickers. She said, I'm a liberal man, I'm a fucking Spanish teacher. Me llaman nuevo, dime, dame la verga. Tu madre me quiere, gigante, I got it. You want picante, I got it. You want tejano, you want it by the bottle. I said, yep, I got it, and I don't want it. I'm off it, I'm moving on. I'ma find it behind 100 pounds lighter. Well, that ignited a fire inside her eye. The tiger don't wanna die, so I fly, but I leave a Snickers for the beast. 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 Peace, beast, eat your Snickers. Leave a Snickers for the beast. Leave a Snickers for the beast. Leave a Snickers for the beast.
Go.
Oh,
yeah.
Peace, peace. Eat your Snickers. Oh, we're coming back.
We need to write a song or something together.
I want to get you on some drums.
We need to write a song together.
We got to do
Look,
that.
I got my ombre ring on. I wore my ombre.
Oh, there we go.
It's my ombre.
Harambe, dog.
Harambe.
You Mexican?
I'm a harambe.
Welcome back.
Mexican.
I forgot during our short break there, our toilet had overflowed yesterday.
Yeah.
And we found out our whole fucking building was having problems.
So when I flushed it, I had to come back out and check, make sure we weren't getting flooded. We're not swimming. I don't need the boat.
We're all good, apparently. Yeah, no fucking boat. Do we ever? You didn't even tell that whole story.
I had a fun on the boat yesterday. No, we ain't going down there. We got our things to talk about. We'll save that for later.
Well, it is 5:11. We've had a history of great phone calls.
Yeah, we have actually, man. They have been. I enjoy that part. I really do. I like to hear from the guy. I just love to hear from the people. I think it's cool. And I'm used to being on the other end of that phone. You know what I mean? You used to be like a kid waiting to call into the radio station, but get your favorite song on and shit, man. That was like anticipation beyond belief. But no, I think it's great. We've had some excellent phone calls, man. There's some smart, thoughtful people out there that go right along with us. We'd love it.
So I know other than the date is wrong on here, but now that we are protected, thank you, Jesus and friends. Joe Boo, you fucking fucker. Anything relevant we've talked about today, which is just about anything and everything, but main points or otherwise, or just say hello.
Please.
I'm stalling because I'm trying to remember what scene. Okay. No.
Oh, no.
No, that's not right.
Last week.
It's this one.
That one.
There we go.
That one.
814-400-4188. Give us a call. Give us your thoughts. You get up to 10 minutes. We've had good enough calls to justify it mostly.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to talk that long.
Yep.
But give us a call. You're also welcome to troll us. We'll probably just hang up. It won't be that much fun. But you can do it.
Maybe we'll troll them back.
Maybe. I don't.
I can.
Sounds like a lot of
I
work.
could play with somebody's head, you know. I could
We can see what we want to do. But Tulsi Gabbard, treason theories, thoughts on that? Trump meeting with Putin, what's going on with Ukraine? Thoughts on that? Nick Fuentes, Sam Hyde. Nick Fuentes is a topic that's here to stay.
Yeah, let's get some thoughts on Sam Hyde. What you guys should I follow? I mean, I always take John's advice anyhow.
I gotta start watching him now, whether I want to or not.
I'm gonna have to do that. I take the laptop to work, so I have time sometimes.
Well, there's some younger guys around the studio that take Fuentes quite seriously, and so
the NASCAR guy. Oh Jesus, yes, we got to do that. Somebody just asked. All right, it's coming right up. So yesterday in the Xfinity race. One of the new guys, he fucking wins the race, and
someone's gonna call right in the middle of this.
We're gonna take it from here.
Let's go down to Mobile One.
Just won a race.
Never seen this before, and I've been watching a lot of races. And down he goes.
He was okay though, but we got our call.
Broken collarbone. That's it. Go take it.
What is going on, caller? You are on the air with us at 3CC. What's going on?
Hello, John Ward. Hello, world champions.
Welcome back.
I appreciate all that you're doing, and I was listening to all the stuff you were talking about, and Nick Fuentes, I guess I'll start with them. He said something about the human brain is the most complex thing, anything in nature. I'm kind of questioning how he knows that, but it's kind of not true. There's a lot of complexity in the universe, and the human brain is one of them. So it's kind of just his ego showing. And then I think it was Sam Hyde that said they don't trust the science, or people don't trust the science. And I think that's inaccurate. I think what's really going on is people don't trust the scientists because, they usually agree with the people that are funding them. I'm a big fan of the meme that's like 99% of scientists agree with their funding sources.
Yep.
And if you don't agree with them, you don't get funded. Or if they can't monetize or profit from what you're researching, that doesn't really get money either. And then they said something about Twitter is just like 4chan, which is hilarious because 4chan is mostly bots and shills and narrative sculpting. So, yeah, makes sense. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah, Nick Fuentes as a false leader. I think you said that, John. I agree with that in a way that they make him present information in a way that's easy to attack. So he basically pre-packages and formats and delivers a message that is already easy for them to counter or create a narrative to counter. They don't have to prove he's wrong. They just have to give ammunition to people to attack that idea. Let's see. I actually took notes, not very good notes, but let's see. Intel. You were talking about intelligence. And one of the things, so part of my background is I have a degree in computer science and math and a bunch of weird stuff. And I've been watching this go on since the 90s. Computers haven't really evolved since World War II. The physics that we use for building computers is actually from the 1900s, 1920s. The only thing that's improved is the software and digital logic. And I've been watching them build in backdoors into software and hardware since the 90s. And do things like the reason Google bought YouTube was to train all their AIs to do facial and voice recognition and a lot of stuff. And now that they got their bots trained, they're turning it over to the marketing guys to do narrative manipulation and all that stuff. But the point of this is the NSA has the keys to everything. They have access directly to the cell phone network, and they record everything. They've been recording everything since before they had the ability to sort the data. So what they started doing is they're like, hey, we know eventually we're going to have the technology to sort through all this information. So we're just going to record it and put it in a big data warehouse. And that's what they did. And now they have all of their bots going through the information to kind of build social profiles and model and map all of these things and see, hey, these are the behaviors that we want to kind of manipulate. But I think I mentioned this the last time I called the NSA, and the NSA is DOD. The NSA is an extension of Department of Defense. And the CIA is not, and they don't get along, and they don't agree, and they have their little petty bickering and all that fun stuff. And we're kind of stuck in the middle, and who funds the TV guys and who gets what information to which robots. That's kind of, you can debate that because it's all behind closed doors. But if you kind of step back and look at things like game theory, what they're talking about is this big game that they play with people's minds to get what they want and to get people doing what they want and not question authority. So, I mean, those are all the points that I kind of wanted to interject. And the rest is kind of going after Jews, but everybody knows that because they read 4chan.
Okay, so I think I kept up with you mostly, but the first thing you said that I just wanted to, do you think when Sam Hyde was saying what he said about not trusting the science, that maybe he was kind of getting at what you're saying? I think you nailed it, and you said it perfectly. It's that they don't trust the scientists. But I think Sam said it's potentially exciting that people are not doing that, and I think what he's getting at is maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but people on some level are understanding what you said, that scientists agree with their funders. They find the results that their funders want to see. People are sort of maybe beginning to understand that these are not, magical priests in pursuit of the truth. I mean, scientists are something of our priest class these days in our modern religion.
Absolutely.
So
I think a lot of that has come out with Doge diving into cutting costs, and these people start screaming for the money that they're not getting to fund these things. And I agree 100%. The NSA knows everything about everything.
Well, so that perfectly is the second thing I wanted to ask your thoughts on. So I'm assuming you're familiar with Palantir then, and you're talking about how Google and some of these other companies are maybe direct branches of the government, and that's how they came to be and things like that. How familiar are you with Palantir? I know Fuentes' full story of it was something along the lines of when they were initially created, their only client was the government. They worked, Peter Thiel, Alex Karp worked at the CIA office, and that they became a private entity purely to avoid oversight, that it's still just part of that apparatus. Do you have any thoughts or opinions or knowledge on that?
So I come at it from the technical side, not from the organizational leadership side. I do want to mention that you got to be careful with Sam Hyde. You kind of asked him two different things. Sam Hyde can be interpreted as saying don't trust the scientists, which is correct, but he also can be interpreted as don't trust the science, which pulls the rug out from all scientists. And so you kind of got to be careful with that and how he wields that.
He's clever enough to be sneaky like that. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah, keep an eye on him. And the priest class is correct because science is an extension of philosophy. People forget this, and I like to pin down people in science that forget this. It's an epistemologically, if you can say that word, founded on the axiomatic logic, which is the foundation of all math. So it's literally the priest class of philosophy. And then the other side of the coin, what you're asking about, the NSA, I think that's why you get Israel involved, is because they were indirectly funding Intel when it was founded. So back in the 80s, too much information, but it makes sense. x86 came out, the PC use at home, or x80, sorry, the original x80, late in the 70s. And then they got a little bit of funding from quasi-government sources and foreign sources to include Israel, and they created x86, the advancement of x80, and they added some instruction sets and some things to the core processor that allowed them to hack it. So they built in the backdoors through commercial backdoors, not through government backdoors. And the internet itself was created. So most people forget the difference between the internet and the World Wide Web. The internet is the physical backbone and the software, and the World Wide Web is a software that sits on top of it. The internet was created by college students, and it was funded by DARPA and DOD. So even that was a university thing. So they kept it quasi-private, quasi-government, so that they could do coming back to what you asked me, to circumvent the laws. Because if they do it overseas, or if they do it kind of behind closed doors and it's too complicated for people to understand, they're kind of hard to catch. And if they go through third-party vendors, there's backdoors in all your hardware. Like the manufacturing size of a processor, like the junction, is publicly it's like 20 nanometers or 10 nanometers, and they can build like 1 nanometer embedded software, hardware into all the stuff. And already they've got a processor behind your processor. Even smartphones, The reason you have a SIM card in your smartphone is because it's a separate processor that has root access to all the information in your phone. You won't buy a phone without a SIM card because they can't hack it easily. So I don't know. I don't know if I answered your question or not. I just kind of went on tangent. So I don't know the structure as much as I should, but I definitely know the hardware and the software and the methods they use.
No, it was a great response. I think I was more just saying in extrapolating the patterns you are familiar with, where would you guess Palantir fits into all of this?
I don't know. I think the people that are really doing the heavy lifting are definitely not in the public sphere of names. I would definitely say probably Bill Gates has more to do with it than Palantir. I mean, he created Microsoft, and the entire DoD system runs on that. And then there's IBM, who are the backdoor. IBM holds all the patents to x86. I'm sure Intel builds it all, and AMD builds it all, but it's all IBM. So those are the guys you kind of got to watch. I don't pay attention to mainstream guys. I honestly am not even very aware of who that guy even is or what he does.
This is a fantastic call, as you always do. Wow. So we appreciate it. We are hitting 10 minutes. Any final thoughts today on anything you wanna wrap up or tie a bow on?
Yeah, I sound kind of doomer, but really, I just appreciate the little things in life, and I am happy about all of the people that I'm surrounded by, my friends and my family and stuff like that. So I feel like if people want to be positive, they kind of got to just focus on who's right in front of them right now. What can I do to make the people around me happy? And Amen. If I want to be miserable all the time, then focus on the big picture and the bad things. But I mean, I feel like it's easy to be happy. It's easy to be miserable, and people can choose how to just approach all of these problems.
Amen. Well said.
Amen.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, my friend. Take it easy.
Thanks. Have a good one.
You too. Great call as always.
Yes.
All right. Let me see here.
Yep. Great ending too.
814-400-4188. We got about 30 minutes left to go.
30 minutes
in the show, and we have good calls. It's a good second half to the show.
Yeah. Yeah. He's very. You can tell he's very. He knows where he's at.
Smart guy.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Great call. I saw a lot of.
And I do believe that. I mean, hell, do you really think that Starlink is just giving you internet? Please. I mean, out the other morning and looked up, and I had dogs out. Looked up, and there it is. Bing, 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 bing. Starlink. And I don't even have Starlink.
Area code 906. You were on the air.
Hey, what's up, John?
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Deacon. Hey, so I just wanted to call and say what's up. It's been a while since we talked. I was driving a semi-truck then. But I think I thought about it for a few days. What is the problem? I don't know if we're still stuck on that.
Oh, yeah.
That's
okay.
What started it all.
It's a matter of perspective. So we're all almost dead. Time isn't real. It's a brand new idea. Money is fake as fuck. Always has been. I've got 30 years tops probably left in me. I don't know. We don't have time to lie to each other. We don't have time to dig into other people's shit. Everybody wants to control everyone else. And I think if we can just focus on what's real, what's physically real in our own lives, we can really get shit accomplished for ourselves. And not give these a chance. Can we all get along? No, fuck those people. But it's more like live your own fucking life and get out of other people's business. And if we can all try to do that, and then do what Grandpa would have done, I don't care about your shit, whatever. I don't know. Sorry, I haven't slept very much.
No,
I was gonna say, you still driving? You still on the road?
You on the road right now?
Sure, I got my 17-year-old son on the truck now, and.
Oh, nice. I drove for a while too. My dad, 42 years.
Yeah.
My dad, 42 years behind the wheel. I had about 10 years behind the wheel, man. So I fucking ultimate respect. I'm glad you got your boy out there with you, and I could tell that you're still behind the wheel. I can hear it, and I can just hear it in your voice and shit, man. So, and you think you're right there with me. You worry about what's in front of you. You take care of what's in front of you. I mean, we talk about the big problems and everything in this, what's going on this show, but I mean, we worry about what's right in front of us, what we can change right in front of us, what we can take care of, and what we can love right in front of us, man.
As the previous caller said, and as we've said before on the show too, I think you're actually being pretty articulate in what you're saying. You're making a lot of sense, which is, I look out and see part of what is the problem is everybody's approaching this backwards. They want to save the world, so they try to start with the big picture. And if I'm understanding you correctly, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but yeah, first you got to get control of yourself. If you have no control of yourself, you're not even helping your family members. Once you got yourself under control, you spread outward in these concentric rings till you start getting a group of people that all kind of believe the same thing. And so I definitely agree with that. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Didn't want to put words in your mouth.
Well, like, okay, so I don't litter. Like, I fucking don't. But I see trash all over the fucking place. But I don't litter.
Yep, I used to.
So if we,
truck,
you know, if we extract that to the microcosm of, like, you know, I'm not a piece of shit when I don't, you know, when I'm not feeling ornery, then then everybody can fucking be happy. I compliment ugly chicks. I fucking say, hey, good job, you know, with fucking random people doing stuff that isn't that impressive. I try to bring people up, you know. Yeah, I'm fucking lying. Whatever. But we can try, like, oh, what a cute dog. What a nice baby. Fucking ridiculously ugly fucking retarded shit. But, like, you don't need to know that. Now, I was going to call in and be all fucking weird and goofy, be like, oh, yeah, you know how I say that WEF shaman shit?
Sure.
Right. I compliment all the time, dude. In Davos, when the lady comes up and she, like, spits on all the people right after COVID. She's in, like, beat paint. But, yeah, I was going to be like, yeah, you know, and say, like, a bunch of weird numbers, and you know what that means, you know, just go fucking batshit weird. But I thought I'd actually drop some actual advice that I give to people, like my son and, like, other people when we're hanging out. And I go across the country, and I see these young men, 16-year-old dudes working at Polaris dealerships and stuff, and, you know, they have self-esteem problems because nobody gives them a fucking chance. They treat them like children until they're way into, like, young adulthood. Like, fuck, I was winning, like, drinking contests and boxing matches and shit at their age, like, underground shit. And nobody gives them the chance to be a man. Like, every cop that you've ever gotten a ticket from has been shit-faced and on coke when they were 17. All the judges that have ever given me charges used to party like fucking crazy and drive drunk. So I think this whole infantilization of the United States male has really put a damper on our culture in a way that I don't know. It's hard to articulate. Like what I tell my kids, my 8-year-old son, my 11-year-old daughter, my 17-year-old kid, all the kids that I know of, I tell them it's important not to be a bitch. And if you ask any of them at any time, and they ask, well, what's it most important not to be? And they will say, a bitch. And I think that's basically what it boils down to.
I don't know. You got good values, man. Don't ever doubt that. You got some good values there. You're teaching your kids some good values. You got your 17. I think it's great you got your 17-year-old out there with you, man. I used to go with my dad when I was young. That was some of the best days of my life. I learned some of the best life lessons just out there riding beside Dad, you know, and that kind of shit. You can't.
Mojack, he's the fucking star of the show, by the way.
I don't think so, man. I appreciate that. I really do. But no, man, I mean, honestly,
and,
man,
carry everywhere. All right.
I think we might be losing him. He might be driving through a rough spot or something. Boy, hey, that was a great call. He's going through the mountains.
Open carry everywhere.
Open carry everywhere.
Everywhere. There you go.
All right.
Hey, you take care. Be safe, man.
Yeah, we lost him. It was a good call. Better than you think. Give yourself some credit. And I appreciate you changing heart and deciding to be slightly more serious than you originally were going to be.
Yeah, well, it ain't hard.
Also have
it ain't hard with you, man. I mean, it just flows. It just flows good, man. But I appreciate that, really do, man. And please be safe out there. And you're doing the right thing. You got them kids on the right path. He's a good guy. That's a good guy.
He had said the littering thing, and that stands out to me because that really gets under my skin too. But that's what I talk about, starting with yourself.
Yep.
I think if you want a house that's not cluttered with litter, then you got to be the leader of that house. If you want a neighborhood street that's not littered, then you got to get some neighbors together in the same. That is a huge step that takes a lot.
People look at you different. I'm going to tell you a story. Okay?
I'll tell you, if we all lived on the same street with the call,
as a former truck driver out on the road, you get pulled over by DOT at a scale or something. The first thing that cop looks at, the very first thing that DOT officer looks at when he opens the door is the condition of your cab. If your cab's unruly, if you're a slob, if there's garbage all over the fucking place, you guarantee your ass is going to get a DOT inspection. He's going to crawl up your ass about it. He opens your door and he looks in, your bunk's made, there's no garbage laying around, your paperwork is orderly and correct and everything. Chances are, have a nice day, driver, go on. That right there was something that's taught at home. And I've been to many truck stops.
That's a good point.
And it is totally a fucking mess because there are pigs out there who weren't taught or disciplined at home to pick up after themselves, to do the dishes, to make their bed. I am 56 years old. I don't leave the house unless the bed's made. My girlfriend's the same way. We do not leave the house unless the bed is made after sleeping in it in the morning. When we get back to get dressed for work in the morning, the bed gets made. That was something that I grew up. Those are what this country is losing. Those values, those things that the parents instill from the home.
I wanna push back slightly.
Push it, please.
It's a lot easier for me to take care of those kind of chores and things like that, those little maintenance activities, when you believe in a future.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I see happening with some of the younger guys who, maybe their hair grows out or they don't shave when they should, or they're, not wearing clean clothes to class at college or something. There's just this pervasive who gives a fuck. And like he was saying, he sees these kids at Polaris dealerships and everybody just shits on them and they have super low self-esteem. I mean, it's a lot harder to get up and make your bed when you're that beaten down.
Yes.
You're just kind of like, what's the fucking point?
Yes.
I'm going to go to work. I'm going to come home. It's still going to be here.
Yep.
I'm going to do the same thing. I think that's where, so there are people who have no reason to be slobs but choose to be so anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more the truck driver thing. And I totally agree with all that. I do think there's people that were taught this stuff and they even would agree I should do that. Like I should make my bed, but I don't.
Yeah.
And I agree that makes me a slob. But I just like, I can't find the energy.
I know. And it's disturbing sometimes to me.
I don't want to just immediately tell those kids that they're lazy. Like, even though maybe they are.
No, but you're exactly right. Maybe there's a situation or the consequences of a situation that he just don't give a fuck about it. I see that. And I see that in 30-year-olds. I see that in 40-year-olds.
You've been a parent. Like, I think say you want your kid to always clean their room.
Mm-hmm.
You can police their behavior and nag them, and maybe they'll keep it clean, but like they're not going to like it. But if you're somehow able to instill on them a fairly high self-esteem, like you never teach them anything about cleaning, but you teach them, good, responsible people are clean and organized, then they just end up doing it anyway, like because it's who they want to be. And I think that can be successful, but again, that's all the positive. You teach your son
we need that.
Men put away their tools. Men do this. Men, and then they just start doing it. You never once are like, go clean your room. You don't even have to even approach.
That is the theory we need in Washington and the government right now.
Well, talking about taking over your neighborhood, yeah, we're saying this.
That right there is what we need instilled in Washington. That theory of, hey, you are a great government. We have a great government. This self-government, this experiment in self-government, quoted Ted Nugent, sorry. But I believe in it. But we have lost. Nobody tells us that anymore. Nobody tells us that anymore. You never hear that our government is still great. You hear about all the bad things about the government. So what happens? The government repeats its actions. It repeats its behavior, just like a child.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yes, just like that. Now, everything you said, if we could take that to Washington and present that to Donald Trump and Congress and say, now, look, You are a great entity. You are the greatest government in the world. You are self-governed by the people. You're great. Clean this fucking mess up, because once you get it cleaned up, you can keep it cleaned up. You get responsibility. You learn that, oh man, yeah. Well, hell, if we do this, this is great. They're going to love us even more. They're going to tell us how you get the praise back. That's one thing I think this government, this whole fucking country has lost from the world.
Well, yeah, you're making me think. I think, so let me throw that back at you a little bit. Is that maybe trying to do what we're talking about, start from the top and work your way down? I would say this. Earlier, when we had a more, at least it seemed to be a more grown-up government, I think we also had a more grown-up people.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the average person is degenerate and not clean and doesn't give a shit, then the government will reflect that. I think they are, it's well, I think a lot of elections are fake, but yeah, they as the people in general have become less white or less Christian, but also like the littering is a huge obvious one. It's everywhere now.
Mm-hmm.
The government starts to look shitty like that too. Like it metaphorically becomes it's
and I mean, I have
spiritually DC is just as dirty as its streets are.
Yes.
And so if you want that, I think it's a fantastic plan, but if you want honorable politicians, you need an honorable people. And probably first.
And if you look at it, our government has made the people unresponsible. They've over time the government has provided for and let them be lazy, let them be unattentive to themselves, to their environment, to their communities.
OGTLT. That's why they went after education first. They don't teach history. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly right.
And it doesn't have to be this complete domination, 100% victory. They just need there to be more disorganized people than organized. Because certainly people like us, people watching this show, we are pushing our government to be more honorable and not do this shit and blah, blah, blah. So first they try to, it's like King Henry and forming a new church to get his divorce annulled or whatever, his marriage annulled. Like he had so much power that he could make, I don't know, he became a reflection of the degeneracy. I don't know. That kind of goes the other way though. Maybe that's a bad example. But I don't know. If you see what I'm saying, it's just like, it's as long as they can keep, I don't know, 60% of the country just being stupid and chasing the bread and circuses and watching pornography and OnlyFans and all that stuff, there can still be 40% of people like us, if we're disorganized or in different places, they'll still maintain control. And they'll have no oversight. And like this has changed massively in my lifetime, and you've seen it. I remember times like Bill Clinton with Monica Lewinsky. His ass almost got taken out because of that.
Yeah.
Now if that happens, we had a video of two gay dudes banging in Congress. Like, and nobody, everyone's like, happens.
That happens every other day.
Bummer. No pun intended.
Shit, we didn't know that camera was on. Sorry, guys.
Well, that's what, like, it's so our threshold of what we'll tolerate we'll tolerate literally anything now.
And our caller, he made a good point about, these kids are getting treated like shit. They're trying.
Yeah.
They are going to work, and I see a kid doing that. Congratulations, son. Go for it. You're doing a good job. I see him, like, we go into the convenience store, and the customers are lined up, and he's new. He's only 17. One at a time, son, and you'll be fine. And you'll see him look at you like, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate the understanding, the word of encouragement. That's where we're losing, especially the youth. That's where we're losing things. And we need to clean up our room and clean up the way we treat these kids and stuff. Because I see it firsthand. I do.
They have a legitimate reason to kind of be like, well, what's the fucking point?
And I've talked to a 30-year-old. He has no ambition to do a goddamn thing with his life whatsoever. And it's like, really? You don't want to?
But that's what I mean. That
American
down kid is gonna, like, his president does some fucked up shit. He's gonna have the same reaction he does as to making his bed. He's like, I mean, it's stupid, but what can I?
Oh, wait a minute. That president's gonna give me money to just do nothing. Oh, I'm gonna vote for him.
Yeah. Makes my life better.
You know, that's a lot of the, you know, no phone calls. Come on, guys.
Oh, I took the number down. It's probably my bad.
Yeah, we got in deep there, didn't we? We got in really deep. That's great.
Maybe we were being listened to. Imagine that.
Yeah, because I didn't think.
Oh, what time is it here? We got time for at least one more.
One more, yeah.
At least one more. 814.
That's a good question, Reed Tanner. Who is our voice in DC anymore?
Right.
Who really is? I mean, yep.
Yeah, you know.
And rain.
If nothing ever gets done for me, what's the point of making my bed? I get it, man.
I do
get where they're coming from.
I really do. I understand. I get it. I do get it.
Certainly, I've run into a few younger kids where I'm like, "This is your fucking fault. This is your fault." but a lot of them is like, you can't think that way, but I can't say it's their fault.
You know, I'm thankful my kids, you know, they're grown, they're on their own, they're all married and everything, and they've done good for themselves. And I pride myself on their work ethic. You know, their desire to have.
Is this just all the teach a man the fish?
Yeah.
Give a man a fish.
Well, I am John. Johnny.
512, you're on the air. What's going on?
Shout it out.
What? Hello.
Hello.
Dude, are you making any music?
Maybe.
Right now?
Literally right now?
Cat, I'm telling you, I like your discography is amazing. I love it. It's great.
I appreciate it. I might have some things in the works. There might be a few songs. Deacon is a drummer.
I would love to hear some more.
I'd love to get some live. I'd love to have this crazy old white-haired redneck drumming in the background of a music video.
I'm there, man. I'm there.
Cool. Awesome.
I actually asked them. Somebody asked me, my bug guy. He wanted to buy my drums. I was like, nah,
hell no.
No.
You got a favorite song? You got a number one?
Number one, man, it might. Incel Anthem is close. I love that one. That was pretty good.
A lot of people don't know. That's how.
I ain't no incel. I'm just saying, it's a great song. I don't know, man. Dude, I've listened to so many of them. They're all good. Like, everyone's got this little poignant. It's just good music.
I appreciate that, man. I thank you for taking them seriously.
I'm looking forward to it if you ever release any. So I turned down the volume on the stream, so let me see.
Oh, you're good.
What are you guys talking about again?
I was just saying I appreciate you taking the song seriously enough to understand that they're not just total jokes.
No, yeah, no, I'm not even kidding either. I'm like really want you to release some more music. Your stuff is not bad at all. It's on. You know, nobody ever listens to it, but it's good. If anybody hears it, they would like it. They just don't get to hear it because you know.
Yeah.
Well,
I appreciate that. You may have convinced me to stomp the gas pedal here on some music projects. We'll get the Deacon on a couple tracks at least.
All right.
You down?
I'd love to hear it. Yeah, I am down.
We're committed.
Right, so, other than that, politics, hilarious. Look at him go. Trump, he's a madman. I love to see him on the front doing what he's doing. Like, he's shaking it up. I don't agree with everything. Nobody does agree with everything, but you know, I mean, it's great.
He's a politician. That's his job.
He is now.
Yeah. Where the hell he is now?
He doesn't play it like that, but you know.
Yeah.
But now he's making peace in Ausbergern or whatever. Mm-hmm.
He is though.
Yeah, he is. He did.
I know.
And it's crazy.
So you're still willing to be on Team Trump at least through these next 3.5 years or so?
Absolutely.
There you go.
For real. I mean, there ain't no way I'm backing down now. Like, they've been teasing us for 2 more weeks forever. And now they're saying, well, okay, we're going to arrest some Democrats in Texas. And they're like, well, we're going to investigate and this and that. And I'm like, what? You know, but they're like, we just want one arrest. Like, no, they got to wait, get all the evidence, arrest everybody at once. I'm really hoping that's what they do.
Quickly, I'm reading a super chat here, Stacking Coins. Let me pull that back up really quick, but then I wanted to ask your thoughts on this caller, so give me 2 seconds. There it is. Stacking Coin says, I think it's worth a big conversation as to why we've given up. I grew up poorer than anyone I've ever met, and I'm living the American dream because I said, fuck you, Joe Boo. I'll do it myself. But you, caller, who have also not given up. Oh, fun thing going on there with the screen behind you. You have also not given up. I mean, what keeps you positive and feeling good about it?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Well, I mean, obviously, I was raised Christian, and then I went atheist, then went back Christian, atheist, Christian, back and forth for years and years. I read the Bible, I read the Buddhas, I read the Bhagavad Gita, everything. All the knowledge, all it comes down to, it's mostly the same thing, that within yourself is where you will find the answer. And if you can reflect off of whichever one you find. I mean, I'm a Christian now. I'm Christian. Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen. That is the way for me. But, I mean, if you like Buddha, fine, go ahead. I ain't going to hurt you about it. But mostly what keeps me positive is knowing that I come from the original creation. Everything that happened led to I still exist now. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was the Big Bang. Maybe it was just God going, boom.
Let me ask
whatever it was, I'm here.
Let me ask you a question, caller. Do you hunt?
No.
Okay.
I did once, and I hated killing it. I'm like, I wanted to become vegetarian after I killed that animal.
Okay.
But I love meat.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna say something here. I am a hunter. I'm a devout hunter. I love to hunt, and I don't hunt to kill. I hunt because, and I've told this to my pastor, to me, I am closer to God when I am 20 foot in my tree stand, when the woods are coming to daylight, and I can watch this world wake up. I am closer to God at that point than I have been any time in my life in a church or anything. I don't go out to hunt just to kill. I go out for the experience of what God has made, from whatever God you pray to or whatever has made for you. Just like the Indians, that to me is more peaceful and more rewarding than any animal I've ever killed in my life.
Well, I am an omnivore. I eat everything, but I killed chicken, and I was horrified when I tried to butcher it. I'm not a vegetarian. It was horrifying tearing apart the flesh of this animal. I was like, man, I can't believe that they've made this so removed from our normal experience that we don't even get to realize where this food is coming from.
Yeah, I mean,
I killed it.
When I killed
the chicken and I gave it to the cats. I couldn't even eat it. I was like, oh no.
I mean, and I'm going to be totally honest with you, when I kill a deer, the first thing I do is I get down on my hands and knees. I put my hand on that deer and I look up and I say, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for what you've given me, because it's going to nourish me. That's something that he gave, he put on this earth to nourish us.
Just quickly, it's kind of relevant to the talk, but one more super chat. Circle Jerk stole Joe Boo's EBT card to pay for the super chat. Here's the comment. Remember, life is not complicated. It's just full of useless actors, and energy vampires. Don't let your memes be dreams. Energy vampires, which I would even put like the mainstream media in that category.
Boy, they're the biggest.
Caller, how do we avoid energy vampires?
I mean, first off, you have to not be one yourself. As long as you can realize you're granting energy into the world through yourself and your beliefs. Hopefully, your beliefs are good.
Excellent answer. That is just wow.
Turned inward.
Yeah,
he wasn't lying about his beliefs.
You're
not wrong about that either. There's, I think it's St. Augustine quote in Latin, in interiore homine habitat veritas, the truth lives inside of man. There is, I went through a bit of that journey myself with every major religious text, the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, teachings.
The Book of Mormon, you got to check that one.
Book of Mormon, did that one. Zoroastrianism. Not for necessarily interest to convert to any of these things, but yeah, the church I grew up in was busted for having a pedophile ring.
Well, you know, I mean, there's more teachers that are pedophiles than priests, but whatever.
Yeah,
well,
I can. Yeah,
yeah. No, I agree. I'm not saying that, but it made me realize that kind of like the deacon is saying that you're allowed to have your own thoughts on and feelings on where you feel closest to God and what you're doing, and we're not all the same, so you wouldn't expect that to be the same, but. In not a small way, and not mocking you, I'm actually admiring it. You have a positive way of dealing with all this, and I think that's a fantastic thing that your brain goes to on energy vampires. Is the very first thought is, well, don't be one yourself. Very profound, honestly, and not something
caught me off guard.
I'm glad you liked it. But look, I've been reading the Bible again just recently, and there's a very real danger in there of anybody reading it saying, well, I mean, I guess I'm Jesus. I'm sacrificing myself. I'm going to work. I'm taking care of my family. I'm doing all this. I am the Jesus. I am the one. And you got to be careful about that, because even though you are, in a real way, you are. But at the same time, like what comes from within and without is very hard to determine.
Yeah.
Like when, like, say, if you see a miracle, you have to be wary that is not coming. Like, it might look like it's coming from God, but you got to always be wary where it's really coming from. You don't know.
You also got to, you don't want to be so suspicious of them that you stop believing in them. Would you agree?
No.
It's a tough path to walk.
I mean, it's a fine line. Always. Dude, I can't believe I'm talking to you. I hope you do make more music.
All right. Yeah, well, that's a good ending point. We super appreciate the call. I think you honestly had great thoughts and made us think. And I hope you will call again. We're also just over 10 minutes. So this all works out perfectly. Caller, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We will work on some music. We might have been working on it anyway.
Thank you, brother.
There should be some more.
God bless you all.
Take it easy.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Enjoy. Let me put this do not disturb back on just quickly.
Wow.
Shut that down since we're at 5 till here.
That answer was just very...
He's
not
right.
what I expected.
We often skip that step.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, okay, how do we fix all the problems with the world? Even I myself is like, well, these people need to go. No. First is get my make sure I'm not part of the fucking problem.
How about it? That's the biggest thing. Make sure you're not part of the problem. I'm not part of the problem.
It's even weirder than that, because whether you want to not
I can be part of the answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
By not being part of the problem. Boy, how's that?
Fuck you, Joe Boo.
Christ, man, where'd that come from? That was some Mojack logic right there.
Oh, my screen's going all... Wow, everything's falling.
Well, you're just flying
there
apart over there.
No, it's a good time to end, though, before everything totally...
Yeah, he said, and the circle jerks bitching. Anderson Cooper's coming up. We got to get off air for Anderson.
Anderson Cooper is coming up. Thank you, Circle Jerk, for your super chats.
I love it.
Do I still have that last one there I can pull up, or did it disappear? Vanished. It's one problem if we don't get to him soon enough. But as good a time as any. Deacon?
Thank you very much for having me again today, folks. And always remember, never forget, if you know what you're doing, you're fine.
Chat, it was awesome to see you. Bass Chica, welcome and goodbye. I don't know if I've seen you before on Rumble, so good to see Rumble is working. Markets and Moto, good to see you as always. Sigma Chaos, OGTLT. Circle Jerk, HR Biggs, 120. Looks like you got one of those memberships from Laughing Dog. Say thank you to Laughing Dog. Studio Dude Shed, enjoyed. Good to have you. Gary Maricano, what's going on, man? Celia, good to see you. Stinky Link 9 LLI, good having you in the show. Good comments. David Olderkin, good to see you as always. And Chronic, good to see you as always. Frank DeTank, that was close, 667. All right, guys, that is it for today. I am John Ward. Until next time, remember, you are a world champion. Don't let your memes be dreams.